Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we finally have the video a lot of you were asking for, actually since a lot of time. Invoked NEOS, but it's not what you were expecting. Like, of course, the classic invoked NEOS plays a lot of traps and the fire reload skill with the volcanic stuff, because you just won't have more cards in your hands to discard for your as a cost for your cancels trap like oh my god, Regeki break and so on. But you know, when I can, I always try to avoid that kind of traps on this channel. So, and I made it without it. So spicy version, no cancer trap. Some hand trap though, because as you can see right here, we are Yami Yugi, so you might expect what skill you're using. If you joined live streaming that we had yesterday, actually that I'm recording, actually on Tuesday, you might have already seen a sneak peek during the live streaming of the deck list. Now you can see full explanation and replays. But before jumping right into it, guys, just a quick reminder: if you enjoy the content, please leave a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it and really helps me a lot. Let's jump right into it. So I'm here with Yami Yugi, of course. The skill is tested in each row, and here we go. So we had basically in the Halister the Invoker set free together with the invocation, so that's why we are revisiting this deck with triple Halister. One invocation is fine because we have other stuff. So of course this deck is called Invoked NEOS, that's why we play in NEOS Fusion. But instead of playing 3, that may sound too much, you know why? Because we only play one NEOS. I decided to put another limited 3, the Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. That it might sound, you know, I mean, it might seem to go against what I usually think of a deck. You know, I'm against the one copy of a card because you can never happen to draw it, but let me explain. So we have a couple of one copy right here. We have one copy of Legionnaire, we have one copy of Bag and Saver, one copy of Super Poly, one copy of Dark Fusion, one copy of Invocation. But what's the reason behind this? Of course, Invocation does not need explanation. Like, we can just hide it with Invoker, and you definitely do not want to have that in your hands if you do not have Invoker, otherwise it's just a dead card. So explanation is well made. Then we have Super Poly because it is unfortunately limited 1. Back and Saver because you only want to send it to the graveyard with the NEOS Fusion. And Legionnaire because, guys, we play Destiny Draw, so we can draw this whenever we want, basically, thanks to these little guys right here. The old school Sphere Karibo as an entrap to put the guys, some bad guys in defense, and then pierce them with Purgatrio. Then of course triple Keeper of Dragon Magic is just better to play. I mean, you never happen to summon triple NEOS, also because it is limited to. That's why it's better to play 2 NEOS Fusion and 3 Keeper of Dragon Magic that can have it. And why do we play Dark Fusion? Because this is searchable with Keeper of Dragon Magic as well. So if we need this, we can just have this spicy play to go with the Dark Fusion. And if we happen to have the Alistair Invoker and the Fairy N in our hand, we can just go into an untargetable Purgatrio. That's why we play this, because this made the Fiend monster you summon with this untargetable for that turn, so that's really spicy. The Super Poly to steal an opponent monster with Alistair Invoker, you're gonna see some crazy replays with this. And what else? Fairy N is my choice for the fire type, so not to mention that we have the Nightmare Phoenix as well, and that is a fire monster, but Fairy N is just too good because you can also choose to draw her with your Destiny Draw, and these will mean pop a set card, or actually force it, for example, and then have a monster on the field that you can use alongside Alistair to go into your Nightmare Phoenix first before going into your invocation. So that's really a lot of spice out there. And guys, for the extra deck we have one Kaliga because it is just the best one, as long as your opponent does not have, say, Book of Moon or Darkle, triple Purgatrio Mandatory, double NEOS, and a couple of Link, so that we actually solved the Ibly issue, but I never had it, to be honest. But a lot of you seem to have it, so a couple of link monsters. Actually, the Nightmare Phoenix would have been here anyway because of the ability of Fairy End to special summon itself. So, and that is all for the explanation. We can jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay interrupting a 5-win streak. Keep in mind, guys, these replays are all from the King of Games rank. That's where I was when I recorded this, when I'm recording this. So we have Neos Fusion to begin with, nothing special. We have the Legionnaire though, and we have a couple of Sphere Kuribo, so it should be everything fine, right? So we have a spicy evil tile deck that actually, as you can see, has 5 wins in a row, so that's definitely enough, right? So yes, triple set plus a monster, nothing more than that. That invocation that we don't care about. Brave Neos just to grab another Neos Fusion, but keep in mind that this other Neos Fusion is a dead card because we have only one Neos, so we need the Keeper first. But we were lucky enough to pick the Fortune Fairy End to pop the first back row, and yeah, we have a warning point, so we forced one back row. Actually, apparently that one in the middle is pretty good. I just went into attack at this point because I cannot even link summon with the warning point, unfortunately. It's got the evil tile Mega Chirella, I guess that's the way you say it, and then Volcano summoned. Another one, Xyz summon, rank 4 into Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon. He uses the effect to suck up the attack of my Brave Neos, and then it's got this effect, crazy to have again other materials use the effect again, because this is not once per turn, so that was a crazy play. And then he went for Evo Singularity to what? He actually Xyz summoned from his extra deck with materials from the graveyard. That was crazy. He attacked at this point. I just went with Sphere Kuribo to feel safe, and then I went with double Sphere Kuribo. Why? Because I wanted to save my 2 monsters for the Nightmare Phoenix play, right? So first thing first, Nightmare Phoenix to pop the only back row. There you go. And he didn't, actually he could have negate the summon, but he didn't. Then we go for the Legionnaire summon to pop both, and he negate, of course, the summon of Legionnaire, but we're not done yet. Invocation, using his graveyard into Purgatrio that can clear everything, and he just scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Second duel, my boys, against Yami Merrick. LP boost, so I'm expecting maybe Inferoid, we'll see. It's Azteca first, so we have Hollister to begin with, and that's a pretty good choice actually to go into Kaliga with Back on Saver being sent to the graveyard but not banish it because it was sent from the hand. It was fused from the hand. Then of course we recycle the Hollister, but now it is my opponent is locked into one monster. It's got the Void Banishment, so we were right, this is Inferoid. To grab the Seer, so I expect him already having the Void Feast. Just a couple of set card and we're chilling. We have Alistair again to summon. I don't know why he didn't activate this in the standby phase or in the draw phase, because he could have stopped this, right? But he didn't, and we're chilling. He went a couple of this, and it was actually an interesting choice, but not the best though, because now we can just Invocation using his Divinity. That was my purpose since the beginning, and boom, there you go, Invocation. Then it's got Patrulia to banish that, so we have Invocation no more, but we can just start attacking, and he's still locked into one effect, so he couldn't tag out with the other one. At this point, he's got double Harmadic to pop first Kaliga, so he actually frees himself from the lock of one effect. He can't attack because he used the effect of both the monsters. But now we have Keeper of Dragon Magic discarding Dark Fusion and not the Neos, because he can just banish it during my turn, so that's why I didn't do it. Neos Fusion is here, there you go, sending another Alistair, because now we do not need Alistair anymore. I just start attacking, grabbing another Neos Fusion, and then Keeper of Dagger Magic taking care of the other monster, and he's scooped. There's nothing he could do. I think just because, I don't know why honestly, but I think it just maybe because he had that was a Seer probably, and he could have done nothing for this turn. So because we banished Divinity, there was nothing he could summon, and it was not enough. Also we had Legionnaire ready for the next turn, keep in mind that. Here we go, my boys, third duel against Z101. We have Time Lords, of course. We had to just very annoying guy to deal with, right? So actually not the best hand really, but still something to go on with. We have a Purgatrio, and we're gonna have, of course, a NEOS fusion, a Brave NEOS with the background saver in the graveyard, so I guess I cannot be bothered by this, right? So it's got the Camion that comes back to the deck, then it's got another one unfortunately for us, and he attacked by negating the attack, so no effect for him at the end of the battle phase, and we are chilling. Then Keeper to grab the Dark Fusion, but this point it was just to thin the deck because there's really nothing we could do. We can just go into the what was the name? Yep, that's true. With this duel, don't ask me why I was running 2 Nightmare Phoenix. So I'm not playing the link tree. That's why I didn't done it. I haven't done it yet. So unfortunately, he went with the attack. He halved my life points, and that was exactly what I was hoping for. Destiny joined to Super Poly, then I went with Nightmare Phoenix to pop the back row. Then it was actually a very good pick, right? Alistair to grab the Invocation, but we're not gonna use that because we're gonna just Super Poly into another Purgatrio. I was not expecting that. Fuse Line to pop my Brave NEOS that is protected by NEOS Fusion, and that's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Fourth duel against Yuya Sayaki. Let's see what we have. We have the Super Poly in hand to begin with, so we really are in a good spot. So Alistair to begin with, and then I decided not to go with the Invocation because I wanted to keep Fairy-End in my hand for the Super Poly play. So that was the thing. So he's got Alistair as well. That was interesting, right? He's got Invocation, so now he can fuse with the background saver in my graveyard to summon Kaliga, and that was good because otherwise, if we discarded Fairy-End, he could have used it as well to go with Purgatrio. So it was a smart move after we saw how it went, and he just got Kaliga and a set card. I went for Nightmare Phoenix to begin with, but then of course that locked me into nothing, but it was actually worth it if you think about it, because Crackdown was a very good drop, right? So at this point, Purgatrio is here, and we got the Invocation as well, so we can't actually use Alistair, but I summoned him anyway. Actually, I said it because I knew it was gonna protect Kaliga, but I can always use Super Poly, right? So that's why. And he went for the Link summon as well with the Nightmare Phoenix. At this point, I let him pop it, because this Fear Creep was gonna save me from his Purgatrio. So it's got also the Fable Cerbural. This stuff is going on with Purgatrio as well, as you can see. It's got Invocation, so he knows, actually has more attack than mine, so he can do everything. Also the Tie That Binds, but as soon as you attack, Sphere Creep would just save the day. At this point, he did this actually on purpose because he wanted to summon the Malphony, I think. I don't know why. Oh, actually he did this because he didn't want to be pierced by Purgatrio. And this guy instead can always come back to hand. So Alistair is here. Then Nightmare Unicorn, discarding the Sphere Creep to get rid of the Purgatrio. Pony to come back to hand, and then I can just Invocation again, and it just scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, we have 0-1 once again, and actually not the perfect hand, but not so bad. Again, we have Time Lords. We saw some Book of Moon, some Kyrod as well. So it's got Mikion to begin with. No, Michion. I don't know how you read it. So he's also had a set card. We just have Alistair to begin with, and then NEOS Fusion to go directly into our Brave NEOS. But I was chilling because I had this Fear Creep, but that's why I didn't feel the need to send the background saver to the graveyard. He's got Pot of Duality again to grab. Let's see what another Mikion maybe. No, he said he went for the Kyrod, I guess, and because he had already Sundion, then he attacked. Sphere Kuribo, it's just there because we love him, and Fairy-End perfect draw to pop the back row, and it was a Magic Cylinder, love it. Then Nightmare Unicorn to get rid of the Time Lord guy, then Invocation into our Purgatrio that is ready, but we know he can have, actually he picked a Kyroi with the a Inferoid with the part of duality, so we know that is coming, and he just used the first effect for my Purgatorio attack. Let's see what he picks now though. But now we have a protection as well, because even if he attacks, we have Bag and Savers. So also he had like Destiny Draw to pick up Sandayon again, but we don't care. Nightmare Phoenix is here, using the effect to pop the back row again. There is a Book of Moon on his Sandayon, but that is not gonna save him. We have the Keeper of Dragon Magic. We attacked because we wanted him to be face up in order for him to come back to the extra deck, to the deck during the standby phase, but he's got another Destiny Draw. Metayan again to use the effect and everything come back to the deck, but this is actually a pretty good thing, because now that this thing it actually came back to the extra deck, we can use that again. So we have Keeper of Dragon Magic to begin with, grabbing the NEOS fusion, then Keeper of Dragon Magic to resummon the NEOS so that we can use the fusion again, but I first went into Purgatorio to spam some monster, and then Invocation to take back my Alistair, NEOS fusion to go into the second Brave NEOS. Now we can just hand the turn, we just have to wait. I mean, we could have been lucky just for him not to draw anything, but of course he's got Sandayon again. Are you kidding me? Lucky for us, Sphere Kuribo saves the day, and now there's nothing he could do. Just triple Nightmare Unicorn, discarding the poly, making that come back to deck, and we have to discard the Super Poly because he has a Inferoid still in the graveyard. So we went full play, Invocation into the third and last Purgatorio to finish him. One Inferoid won't be enough to save him. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. This deck is pretty consistent, my man. I really love it. We have lots of plays, thanks to Sphere Kuribo as well. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you tomorrow for the live streaming in the next one.